because the cameras couldn't take you.
Where's the AC blowing from?
What?
It's cold.
It's cold. Okay. It's coming from air conditions from the app.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And we couldn't touch to them. Hello guys. Today we are going to have our guest. His name is Deniz Kalıpcıoğlu. He's my teammate, by the way, and he's the representative of social media of RS Triathlon team. And after he touched to RS, the brand has changed, and I observed this change during the period, and I invite him to explain this process to you. And he have some curious about, I didn't have any education about this subject, how I'm going to talk to your students. He repeated for me at least 20 times. And I said, please cool down and enjoy the stage, because you have an ability to do something. And I can see that. Just explain what you have done until now. And I would like to give the stage to Deniz to present his slideshow to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi guys, welcome all. Thank you for having me here and just giving me the stage for this presentation. Before we start, I would like to tell a bit about myself. Who am I or what I'm doing? So let's get started. My name is Deniz Kalıpcıoğlu. I'm a Cypriot guy, 35 years old. I've been doing triathlon sports for about 7 years from now as an amateur. I said amateur because I don't have any gains money-wise from this.
Yeah, just spending.
Yeah, we're just totally spending to do this sport. So I've been doing triathlon for about 7 years. For some of you who don't know what triathlon is, we do swim, and then we bike, and then we run at the same time. We first start swimming, preferably in the sea, and then we get on our bikes without any waiting for a transition time. So we get on our bikes, we bike for about just for different kilometers, depending on the race, and then we run and make it to the finish line. So I've been doing this for about 7 years. As Ms. Öze said, I have no education or any, I didn't have any university degree for what I did in this matter that I'm going to present to you. What I have in a degree-wise is I'm a mechanical engineer, and I graduated from Eastern Mediterranean University, and then I did my bachelor's degree in University of Strathclyde in Glasgow on marine engineering. So I worked with ships for about 7 or 8 years in abroad, and then I come back to Cyprus. Now I'm in wood industry. We do wood products like kitchens and cabinets and everything. So this is what I do right now. But for a hobby, I've been doing jersey designs or textile designs, and this came from my childhood. Actually, when I was a little boy, we had our first computer in the house, and all these like big computers with big screens and everything. So we both have the Packard printer alongside with the computer, and then inside this printer there was a CD-ROM which contains lots football pictures inside. Dates back to 94, USA World Cup 94 pictures. It was about 96 or 97 when we bought the printer, and they have this CD to, show the ability of the printer to print so many colors. So they give us these pictures of all these football players in 94 World Cup. So I was amazed by all these jerseys and textiles that the players were having on them. Like this, you see the designs are so much different than now. All these colorful designs. So this is for 94 and this is for 98 World Cup. So this is when my jersey addiction and design things began. And some of the pictures were like this. You see all these colorful designs that they were having, which right now no one would choose to wear, I think. All this baggy stuff in the sports market. So this is where my design thing began. And then also I used to watch and play basketball as well. And during the 90s, there was all these colorful NBA jerseys that basketball players wear. You see all these designs and colorful and big things in the logos. Then when I went to Scotland for my master's degree, I found a web page, which all of you might know, called eBay. And then I start bidding on old football jerseys, just start collecting them. And then it grew up. And at this point, now I have lots of football jerseys, basketball jerseys in my collection, which dates back to 94, 90, even from 80, 86 years era. So this is my addiction. And then when I start doing triathlon, first you mainly start with cycling. So when I start cycling, cycling has a totally different fashion design and fashion technology going on in the cycling business. So I start reading about it. There were so many books about how the cycling textile and design and everything has changed over the years. So in cycling, they used to wear wool products back in the day, all these heavy wool knitted products, because they don't have any digital printing back then. So these are very cold and up to this day talk about designs that they used to have made from wool. As you can see, these are all wool products, which until today, they are considered to be the best cycling jersey design of all time. People remember the athletes that ride with these jerseys. And then after this period comes the digital printing era, and everybody got crazy about digital printing because you don't have to knit anything. You don't have to spend so much time on designing or making a jersey. You just draw something on computer and then just print it out on any of the textile you want. And then came this era. Like you see, this is the implementation of the famous Mondrian painting on the jerseys of the cyclists back in the day. It's 85, 86 era.
Here, I think the texture of the cloth has changed.
A bit. They turned to polyester, but not without any lycra, just standard polyester, which is also now considered like a wool, like wearing a wool, not too much different. The difference is you can print whatever you want on them. And then today's era comes with a really different style of materials. You can use so many lycra, elastic and lycra products. And the printing technology has changed. And now we see jerseys like this, very slim fit, different type of textile within the material, and different kind of printing ideas as well. For example, this is the implementation of the famous painting done by Rembrandt on the Dutch team jerseys. And for example, this one is designed using, when there is a murder in some place, the police put some nylon signs, do not enter crime zone signs. They take the body of like a mannequin, they put the mannequin and fold it with all these do not enter signs, take the pictures and implement it on the jersey, and you see it's all design of this do not enter signs, and change the colors and make a really good jersey out of it. And as the time passes, people either get really simplistic with the jerseys, or you can just go crazy with it. I will give you an example of a crazy design jersey, which is this. This is the common work of two different brands. One of them is Palace. It's a skateboard company, actually. And the other one is the team jersey sponsor, Rafa itself. They make this huge out of the place design, which I have here right now as well. You see, this is really, actually, when you look at it, it's really annoying design when you see on the bike. But this is another way of what's the capability of designers to do on a cycling jersey. And I have some of the jerseys as well, like the Mondrian one I have in my collection. And then I start designing my own cycling shirts, like this. So there is one place in Nicosia that can do these cycling jerseys, and I really became friends with them by forcing them, let's do this, let's try this. And I did my own designs. Actually, I picked some, how can you say, inspirations from other jerseys and stuff. So by this, the capability of this place, I can do at most this kind of designs, because the capability is not too much like the other jerseys that I shown you. But we try new things, different things every day. So this is my type of jersey design. I don't know if you remember, anyone remember Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon? This is one design from that. So this is the type of jerseys that I designed myself. So this is my story about textile and design and everything. Now I'm going to talk about our sports club. Our sports club's name is Ares. Anyone has any idea what Ares means actually? Anyone? Yes. Yeah, it's the god of war in ancient Greek mythology. But as you can see in this logo, there is nothing that you can understand that Ares is a Greek mythologic god of war. So the club formed in 2015 or 14, I think 2014. I joined them in 2015, and the first logo and the first typography used is this. Also, the club chose the colors yellow and green, but we couldn't actually see that the club is yellow and green color in the logo. So these are the first t-shirts that they used to wear, and this was the first flag that they used to carry in the races. And I'm gonna, yes, and I have the t-shirt here with me. This is the first t-shirt that Ares Sports Club used to have. I'm gonna talk about later how the printing on this t-shirt is made, the difference between now and then, but we will skip that part for now. Then throughout the years, throughout these 5 or 6 years, we had so many different designs, like the one on our running shirts. And this one, you see, this is more likely to be a yellow and green one. But you can see here, this one has a little bit problem that you cannot see the Ares design inside the jersey from far places, you know. When you go a little bit far, you cannot see any logo design. Yeah. So this was some of the problems we used to face. And this is our so-called tree suits. We only wear them in the races because you can swim with them, you can bike with them, and you can run with them at the same time. They have different materials.
Especially the type is so different.
Yeah, the type that we wear underneath is different. And this was the first or second cycling jerseys that we used to have. I think the first one is here. The first one is this, you see? The first cycling jerseys we used to wear is this. The thing that you can see in all these photos are the greens are all different, the yellows are all different, and the logo placements are sometimes good, but most times cannot be seen from distant places. So this is a blank page. There is nothing wrong. So when we decide on changing the logo of the club and make it more like a branded sports club in social media or the things that we wear, we first try to look at what Ares really means. So what we found out is that Ares is son of Zeus and Hera in ancient Greek mythology. And also, the Ares is not only god of war, he is also the god of courage. And it's a symbol for endurance and physical strength, which this part really connects what our club has represented. Because in triathlon, it's not a fast sport, it's an endurance sport. Like you get into the water and you swim for 2 to 4 kilometers, then you get out of the water, you bike for 90 to 180 kilometers for about at least 3 to 8 hours. And then you get off, you run either a half marathon or a full marathon, which is 21 or 42 kilometers. So it's a very endurance race.
Controversial muscles are working at the same time.
Yes. Like people tend to finish approximately between 4, 5 to 6 hours, the half distance, and the full distance is probably like 10, 11 hours. You finish the race. So it's a very endurance race and requires a really physical strength. So this represents our club's name really well. So we just checked in that one, and we look for other things that Ares, the god of war, represents. So spear is one of them, as you can see. The shield is the most important one, and the vulture is the bird here. 3 main things that Ares has symbols with. So we take consideration of these things as well. And then we look at the Macadomians. The Macadomians are, if you see Spartan movie, 300 Spartan movie, these soldiers are from Lacedaemon. That's why this lambda sign is on their shields, because it represents the name of the city. So these people believes in Ares more than they believe in Zeus or any other ancient Greek gods. So we take into consideration of their shields as well, which they live in the city of Sparta, and they have the lambda symbol on their shields, which also the lambda stands for Nikosias, Lefkosias, L in the beginning in Greek language. So lambda is another go-to, our symbol. So we work on them, we design this one. So we, in this presentation to our club members, we make this short video which presents our new logo. So we have 2 uses of the logo. One of them is just the logo itself, the lambda itself, and another one with the RS3 logo typography inside it. What we thought about is we have green and yellow together, and then we use the lambda representing both Lefkosi as well and the RS symbol. As you can see, we twisted a bit the lambda inside just to make a spear, the tip of the spear inside the logo. So this is our new logo. Designing this logo, also we think about how we're gonna fix the green, the yellow, and the other colors that we're gonna use. So what we made a color chart just to make sure everybody who's gonna use our logos and everything will have the same green colors and same yellow colors in their presentations or in their social media use. As you can see, there are two types of green and two types of yellow. Why is that? One of them is called digital yellow, one of them is called textile yellow. What we see is, there is one place in this Cyprus that we can make these jerseys. But if you're gonna give this company this yellow with this RGB or CMYK, when they put into their machines, it came out all different. So if you're gonna have, we realized that if you want to have this kind of yellow or this kind of yellow, whatever it is, we need to give this RGB to them, and they're gonna put them in one of their machines, which is, we know which machine it is, and it will come out like this. So this is a kind of Cyprus issue. Maybe you cannot face this issue in another country or in another company, but we have this issue, so we decided to make this color chart like this. As you can see, we have another alternate gold and black and just usual white colors as well. We choose gold and black because we have all of our stuff as yellow and green, but people tend to wear black things outside the sports. So we want to little bit take these RS products outside of the sports as well. So we choose gold and black as well. And we said, okay, this will be our logo, and this is how we're gonna use it. Sometimes we can use it with black and gold design, or vice versa, the yellow design, the green one, with the typography, without the typography. And also we now started to use the monochrome one, just the black with this lambda one is see-through, just the monochrome one, depending on when the places that we're gonna use them. And we choose a font, we make a typography in our logo, and we said, okay, we're not gonna use any brand like Adidas, Nike, or whatever it is. So we're gonna put one side our logo, the round one, and the other side RS3 logo. We make the eye with 3 dots representing the triathlon, like swimming, cycling, and running. And we choose 3 different colors that we have, green, yellow, and gold, inside this eye in the tree. So we said, okay, we can use these colors with this font. Our team has a motto, it's called One Team, One Spirit. We used to wear everywhere. We used to write everywhere this motto. And then we choose to make it more like a logo to print out on the jerseys as well. So we just use another font and make One Team, One Spirit motto as a logo to use in our jerseys as well. And then we start designing the products. This is our winter cycling jersey. As you can see, we have RS3 typography and the logo in the front. And we have our motto in the back and in the hand. And we use lambda alone on the back of our jersey. This is This is one of our hoodies that we have, and as you can see on the other side, we have the Lambda logo. Why we wanted to use this Lambda logo on the back is that we can change. Okay, let me rephrase this. You can describe yourself with your colors or with a symbol. So if you're gonna have yellow and green in your jerseys, everybody can know that you are from RS Triathlon. Or you can change your colors in any color you want, depending on that year's tradition, like fashion colors and everything. But putting the Lambda on your back will tell people, okay, this is a totally different color, but it's RS Triathlon. Like the cycling jerseys that we do in pink colors. As you can see, there is no green, no yellow, no gold, but on the back we have the same Lambda that when you see from outside, you can easily see the Lambda and associate it with our club. And also we have this one as well, which is a really nice colors, fresh colors for summer as well. And you have the same Lambda on the back, which reminds everyone that this is RS Triathlon.
Whenever you see whole teams wearing these things, it seems amazing.
I'm gonna try to show some pictures as well. So during this design, we used to have the pandemic, so we designed some masks as well. The hats. So we want to make people wear these club things outside of the sports as well, because in a triathlon race, usually you start around 6:30, 7 in the morning. So there will be nobody around you watching the race. So it's either the team representatives, the athletes, or the relatives of the athletes that are watching you in the race. So we wanted to make people wear the RS products outside of the sports as well. Like when you go to a coffee shop or any other place at night, you can wear this t-shirt and go. So we try to make it a little bit fashionable for people to wear them outside as well. So we designed this kind of black and gold products. And as you can see, the first design was, the hoodies was like this. Then we try to change a bit. And I would like to say that during the design of the logo and the usage of the Lambda on the back, in Cyprus you have two options to print anything on a t-shirt or anything. You either have a digital printing where they have a white fabric and then print out on a sheet of paper whatever you draw, and then they put it on this white fabric, and whatever you draw is on the fabric instantly. But you can only do this on a polyester type of materials. So when you use, not polyester, sorry. No, polyester, yes, polyester, sorry. When you try to use something on like normal t-shirts that you want to wear, you need to use something called BN24, I think. They cut out from a single color a material like this, and by pressing it on a hot plate, they just put it on the t-shirts. So when we design the logo, we try to make it a simple logo that when they carve it from some material, it need to be easy to peel out with not so many leaves or just any other small materials. So we try to make it simplistic for the production to be much easier when they use this kind of materials to peel them out. And we have, as I said, this Lacoste type of t-shirts as well to be used outside of the sports races, casual wears, yeah, exactly. And we decided on what kind of hashtags are we going to use and how we're gonna use them in our social media pages. And this was the 3 main hashtags that we try to use in our everyday social media posts. And then after changing, we designed these t-shirts. As you can see, there were no sponsors or anything in these t-shirts. So we try to make a splash effect. This is because when you design different range of sizes, like from X small, medium, when you change the size of the t-shirt, everything changes along with it in the computer. So we make a splash effect to overcome the differences in the t-shirts. So every t-shirt will look the same. And then we found some sponsors because people started to see our social media posts that we are a good bunch of people enjoying this triathlon together. And then we have some sponsors, so we needed to change the t-shirts. So we came up with this design. Just as I said, you can print whatever you want. So we make a transition effect from yellow to green. And these circles are actually the topographic image of Beşparmak Mountains inside the t-shirt. And as you can see, we use all the logos of the companies and Aras Triathlon Club as black to be seen easily on the t-shirt. And also the back of the t-shirts are the same, which you can see. All of them are black, monochrome, so easily seen outside, and really eye-catchy stuff. Yes, it's a bit messy here, sorry about that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna show you the first Aras t-shirts as well. As you can see, there was a bit mix-up.
Would you like me to put the last one?
Near it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, why not?
And you can see the process, how it's changed.
So it's from this to this. So more
Modernized style.
not modern.
Yeah.
I say modern as well, but the definition of yellow and green are settled here. In this one, it's from t-shirt to t-shirt. It differs what green and what yellow we have.
Fixed.
And you cannot read Aras from here, but you can easily read all the sponsors and the name of the t-shirts from here. Yes, thank you.
Let's show the back one. as well.
Okay. Yes, it's all different company colors, different colors of the team, but we make it more monochrome and with the same color in every place. Yes. Thank you. So you can see this is how our social media posts are presented. We use a slide down there with a little bit transparency. We use our club logo, monochrome, and all the sponsor logos in monochrome as well. And we design these black and gold t-shirts for the race days as well, with all the sponsors. This is our 3 suits with our names on them, with the sponsors, and with the same topographic image inside. And this is our team photo in one of the races. You see, there was a big problem with the flag color, which we faced. This is not the green that we have on the t-shirts. We're gonna fix them. We fix it after. But this is a problem that you face when you do not specifically say, okay, we want this color from this machine. And for example, I give this green and it comes out as this one with a difference of machines and everything. So this was a small problem.
The main issue that I know about this so far is that it has to do with the 2 types, like the US color format of the printers and the European color format of the printers?
Actually, I don't know about US and UK, but what I know is some machines work with CMYK, some machines work with RGB. And so if you give different color codes to different machines, they can give you different type of green as well. Yeah. So if I'm gonna give the producer, the company, this green color with RGB, they know in which machine they're gonna produce these T-shirts. So it's a risky process, but we kind of handled well until this point. Because as you can see, this green and white is same with the T-shirts because they all came out from the same machine. Yeah, this is our winter stuff that we wear in the races. And in social media, we take pictures of our athletes, and before every race, we just make this kind of posters, just the which athletes will race in this race. So we put all our sponsors at the bottom as well. So this is also a good way of just telling people which athletes you have, which races you're gonna compete. So when we start doing this, after a couple of months, all the other triathlon teams started to do the similar things as well, which is very nice actually for the sports to be known in North Cyprus. So for example, if the race is in Yedidalga, which is in the Güzelyurt area, we use the Vuni stairs, that's depending on which place the race will compete at that weekend. And then we said, okay, we just rebranded our identity and let's organize some races as well. Not to compete in other races, but have a race on our own. So we make Ares City Run in this February in Nicosia with 5 kilometers and 10 kilometers. So we make another identity for this race only with a running Spartan figure. So we make this kind of publications, as you can see, all the sponsors for the race and like the municipality or the presidency everywhere. So we kind of published this during the race, and we design the medals like this. You see, in every race, you have this round metal medals that you have. So we try to get off the line a little bit and design a not round, but a different style of medal. We make it from wood, like this, if you want to pass on. It's a very simple thing, but when you have a round medal, you say, okay, it's a medal, but when you have this kind of medal made from wood, so it's an interesting one. So we said, okay, let's try and give this to every finisher. And also, you see, we change all our flags that we have, which I will come to this one later on. And for this medal will be given on for all the finishers. Whenever you compete and finish the race, you have this medal. But if in any category you are in top 3, you receive these plaquettes as well, which is like this. These are very simple ones as well. But apart from buying standard trophies from any other stationaries and stuff, we try to make this different approach and give these plaquettes to every first 3 finishers of the race. Then we have another triathlon race, which is called April Joke. It's been organized for about 10 years. This is the 10th time that we make this race in Kaplıca. So every year we have different trophies and different finisher T-shirts. Yes? Thank you. Every year we have, in triathlon, when you finish a race, you definitely get a t-shirt for the long distances. So every year we were giving t-shirts, but this year we designed them. So I'm going to show you the finisher t-shirt from 5 years ago. It was this one, April joke with the RS logo in it, and on the back, the distances and the finisher logo. It was like this before, and this year we make it like this. As you can see, this is our finisher's t-shirt this year. A simple one with only two colors, dark green and light green. And you have the race name, you have the big logo, you have the shield on the back, which all the distances are written on it. Finisher with a different typography. And on the side, you have the date for the race as well. So, okay.
Show it to see the texture.
Okay. And also, we design this kind of trophy for the finishers in top 3 categories from plexiglass. We didn't want to make a standard trophy, so for the race to be remembered, we try to use the race logo as well. And also in the social media posts, we have a standard yellow to green fade with the same man representing. And as you can see, in all our social media posts, we use same type of typography, like the April joke font is always the same. The man that you can see is always the same, like the Guardian. And also, we designed this kind of finisher medals as well, as you can see, with a Spartan helmet, which also represents the club's name. And also it's different from the standard round medals that you receive at the end of each race. And these are the stickers that you need to put on your bike during the race. People used to print out just the number, but I said, okay, there is no difference in making this logos as well. So we put the race logos and give this to the athletes as well. Yes, that was pretty much what I will try to tell you. If you have any questions, just you can ask me. Just don't push me too far. Thank you for listening.
Any questions?
Is there a team working on all of those designs, or you always say we, or you mean just?
Yeah, I have a friend. He's also an athlete as well. He's an industrial engineer, and we always work together. So that's why I say yes, yes. So there's two of us. Okay, actually, I can show you our Instagram page. Is like this. So we try to make. Yes, this is our Instagram page. So as you can see, we try to make everything seem same. And if you go down, like this is all our birthday celebrations of the athletes. And as you can see, this is some of our bike photos and race photos. If you can go down, there's one picture actually, if you go down a bit. this was all race publications for the run, Ares City Run. And there's one. No. For example, just you can click one of them. This is the videos that we make for the race finishers in Ironman. So when you finish a race, just this will pop up in our Instagram page. And if you go back, for example, if you go down, please. Like this one. We make some videos before the race as well.
Inspired.
Like the athletes that will participate in the race in Turkey. So we make like everyone who's gonna participate in the race. So we make some small videos. So these are also a motivation for the athletes, like when they see their pictures and videos before the race. It was a nice one. Okay, this was another social media use. Yes.
This club is like everyone's volunteer, right? So, and everyone's participating in club activities. So how the decisions on something like design are made?
Actually, we, as two guys that are willing to make this rebranding, we ask our club president, Mr. Ahmet Özsoy, that we are willing to make this for an, yeah. And they said, okay, just try on it. If you agree on something, come and present us. And for this Ares Triathlon part of the slideshow that you can see the god Ares and the Spartans and everything, it's kind of same presentation that we just offered the board, and they said, okay, this is a very nice one. So we changed first the triathlon part, and then in the beginning of this year, we changed the sports club as well, because Ares is not only a triathlon club, it's a sports club which has swimming section differently, a cycling section differently, and a triathlon section. So we first focused on the triathlon branch. We said, okay, we're gonna transform the triathlon branch with a new logo and everything. And then if it all works well, we just implement this on a bigger scale on the sports club. So we didn't change anything. We just changed these 3 to sports club. And now whole Ares Sports Club logo is changed to this one.
People on the top, right?
Sorry?
Didn't know clubs
Yes, actually, most of the people on the top are also athletes. Yeah, they are our friends. So it's a small club, but Ares is actually a really big sports club, because in Cyprus you cannot find any sports club that has more than 1 or 2 activities. We have an athleticism branch in the running section. We have swimming in the pool swimming and open swimming section branches, triathlon, and cycling as well. So we have 4.
How many athletes do we have?
In triathlon, we have around 40. If you count the swimming ones, it's more than, actually, it's nearly 300 or something, 200, yeah.
And according to this Cyprus,
Yeah.
Northern Cyprus scales, it's big.
Really big, yeah. Yes.
Yes, so thank you for the presentation. My question is about the risks. I mean, do you think rebranding is a risk worth to take for a company? And the second question is, how do you feel when your company needs a rebranding?
Okay, so actually we cannot describe the sports club as a company in Cyprus, because it's not for example, if you talk about the football clubs or basketball clubs or American football clubs in USA, they are a company. They are a big capital market who have lots of monies turning around. So rebranding is a really risky business in their era. For example, if you remember, an Italian football club called Juventus changed his logo recently. which they used to have a really complicated logo with all these crowns and horses and everything, and they just put a small J and rebrand their logos. So it's a risky business because people used to know you like maybe 100 years from now, that you have this logo and you just changed a very simple one. But it's a risk to take because now, in our days, people do not even click the read more button on Facebook page to read anything just long enough. So they don't have time. So if you want to make people remember you, remember who you are, you need to go to a simple logo designs, I think, just to make sure that when you look at them, when you see the lambda on any t-shirt on the back, to remember that, okay, I see this logo from somewhere. Okay, this is RS Triathlon Club. So it's not a big risk for us to take because we are not a company who relies on
Profit organization.
Yeah,
It's a club.
it's a club, it's a non-profit organization. But if you talk about the football clubs or the basketball clubs, it's a, I think, risky business because you have so many things going on. You have so many product lines that you need to sell the fans worldwide. So just one change and a small change in a logo means that you need to throw away all of these products that are in stock, like the t-shirts, the jerseys, and everything. So it's a risky business. But what made us for RS to change it? Okay, we have some issues about the colors and the designs as well. We said, okay, just let us work on something. Maybe we can put RS Triathlon in a sustainable place, like, okay, RS Triathlon is green and yellow. They also wear black and gold sometimes, and they have a logo lambda on their backs in every jersey. Which, by doing this, we gather some sponsors as well, because people start to realize that the lambda logo on the back of the jerseys represents something, and also they want to participate in this club. So we make some sponsors just to not gain money from it, just to make this kind of 3 suites, t-shirts, and everything for the club members, because we used to pay our own money. We still do pay our own money for some stuff that we wear on the races. But by this way, we have.
Please say them, how much is the cost of one just 3 suite for each athlete?
It's the minimum price is 200 euros right now. Yeah, for just one 3 suite. Yeah.
That's why sponsorship is so important.
Yeah, because you have 3 suite, you have cycling jerseys, cycling shorts. Bicycle itself is minimum 1,500 euros minimum prices right now. So it's a bit expensive sport.
One bike suite.
Yes.
You have to collect 10
Yes.
at least
Yes.
request for it.
Yes. Yes. So.
It's not easy to sustain.
So having sponsors, actually all companies are willing to sponsor the football clubs in Cyprus. So nobody knows about triathlon clubs. So we try to make triathlon known for everyone. So I think in a year, in 1 year, we kind of successful with it.
I guess for you it wasn't as much risky business to rebrand as it usually is, because the identity was inconsistent and it was a problem. So it worked out quite well for you, just having a consistent brand.
Yes, thank you. This is what I thought, to make it a consistent, because even though me and my friend who designed this thing will, for example, we stop competing for RS Triathlon, or we stop competing in triathlon, we just retire. Any people who will come into our place, who is going to design a new t-shirts or new 3 suites, will have some kind of backstory of what they can use or what they needed to use. So that's what we try to implement on the club culture, actually. Yes.
Do you have your club only in Nicosia, or are you planning to have it here somewhere?
Actually, we have so many people actually from Famagusta, from Kyrenia, but we mainly do 2 trainings in a week. One of them is on Monday afternoons, a running training all together, and one of them is on Saturday mornings, a bike ride together. Other trainings are given by our coach from our page to us, and we just try to make it during a week individually. Yeah.
Or if we can arrange it, we can do it together.
Yes.
Sometimes.
So you can stay in Kyrenia and participate in our club. You can stay in Famagusta or Güzelyurt, doesn't matter.
But in order to join the club, first they are an evaluation process for it. Everybody is not accepted to a club. If you are successful and if your behavioral manners are good, then you can accept it. Because to be a team is a difficult thing. In order to make it a sustainable thing again,
Yes.
the characteristical things are so important.
Actually, we
That's
are.
why they are evaluating this for the athletes before they accept them to.
So you're not training, you're just selecting people.
No. We are training. We actually, for example, anyone who didn't do any triathlon, because in Cyprus you cannot find people who are doing triathlon and then finding you and get into the club. You usually find someone who is just running or who is just cycling, and then they wanted to do triathlon as well. So they come to us. Okay, I'm cycling or I'm running or I'm just swimming, but I want to do triathlon. What can I do? For example, Ms. Öze was only running before then. Then joined us, and then she started cycling as well and swimming. So we just helped them to make it all 3 together. I was just running as well before.
Training the caution, right?
Sometimes I'm training in Kyrenia. It depends on my training. For example, sometimes after my job finish here, I'm going in the stadium and I'm training over there.
In summer, for example, on Wednesday afternoons, we all go to Escape Beach and make an open water swimming on Wednesday afternoons in the summer.
So you have a schedule and groups?
It depends on what race we are going to compete. For example, if we going to compete in short distances, we have different type of trainings during that time. Or if we are going to make compete in a longer distance triathlon, we have like 4 months schedule, and every week we have different things for the training.
For example, for Larnaca Marathon, approximately 3 months.
We just run.
We just run.
Okay.
How fit do you have to be to actually start?
Actually, okay, we are going to a totally different subject right now, but as I said before, triathlon is an endurance sport. So if you have an idea to finish, okay, you need to be like physically healthy, like cardiovascular wise, you need to be okay. But other than that, the extra gains on your body is not a problem because you want to be a finisher. We all train for this Ironman races, as I showed you before, which is a very long race, but everyone pays so much amount of money to compete in these races just to finish it. Because you finish it and you have this medal, finisher medals. When you look at the finishers list, you are like 1,025th person, but you finished it because it took you, for example, 6.5 hours. But the pride of finishing is just enough for you. So it doesn't matter if you are fit enough, like fast enough, or slow, but you have the endurance just to finish the race, it doesn't matter. It only matters if you decide to finish it or not.
And it means you're brave enough to enter to this race.
Yeah, exactly.
Yesterday, while I'm swimming, I think that, okay, no more than sprint triathlon.
Sprint triathlon is the shortest
This is the
distance
shortest
ever.
version. Because you are in the cold water, you are in the deep inside the sea. You don't know what will happen to you during your swimming period.
I've done
I
actually.
afraid yesterday.
Yes.
I afraid yesterday. I couldn't see anything. While
Actually,
I'm
I finished half Ironman distance 8 times. 4 times in this April Jog race and 4 times in Ironman races. 3 of them in Turkey, 1 of them in Germany. The pride of finishing the race is very different. First race I finished in 6 hours and 45 minutes. The last race I finished in 5 hours and 15 minutes. So it's more than 1.5 hours that I finish this race early. So it takes a good amount of time and dedication to make these steps. You need to focus on, for example, everybody can swim our distances really well. Everybody can only bike these distances very well, or everybody can run 21 kilometers really well. But when you try to do 3 of them in the same time, it just takes a really different kind of approach for your trainings, and so it's totally different than doing all of them separately or doing them all together.
Sorry, stupid question. I don't
No,
know
no.
much about triathlon, but you said that there's different types of sportswear that you use for each type of sport that is combined into the triathlon. So, do you guys like carry it with you, or do you change well, you stopped running, you change, and you go swimming? Or
No.
what?
Okay, I will try to explain. We have this. I'm gonna show you once again. This is called a tree suit. Okay, this is one piece that you wear. It's all one piece.
It has sponge here in order to bike
It's a
ride.
thin sponge inside. So you get into the water with this tree suit. You have swim cap on, you have swim goggles on, and you start the race. And this place you see at the back is called the transition area, where you put your bike shoes, your running shoes in a box to a designated number that you have. For example, my number was 38, and there was a 38 number spot there. You put all your stuff, your bike, your running shoes, your bike shoes, any other thing you can imagine, like socks, caps, goggles, and everything. So you get into the water with swim cap and swim goggles. You swim, you get out of the water, you just run to the transition area. You take the swim cap off, swim goggles off, bike helmet, bike glasses, bike shoes.
And
Take the bike.
to your bike.
Your number as well.
So it's a bit like survival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
And then you just get into the bike course. You just ride in which distance you make.
In the transition area, you have to
Cross a line.
cross a line while you are carrying your bike.
And then when you finish the bike session, you just drop your bike in the same area as well. Take out your bike shoes, get the run shoes, and start running. Just.
Yeah, it should be like very durable outfit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The textile is totally different. Actually, I forgot to bring mine because I wore it yesterday in the race. It's still dirty. You don't want to see it right now. Yeah.
But you showed all of this other types of sports where you use it for something else? Like when you're just cycling?
Yes, when we just cycling, you use these cycling jerseys, like this.
Could you please show the backside of it?
It's
and
really
explain
expensive
why
one.
it is
The
important?
text-
Could you please show the backside and why these
For
pockets
example-
are important?
For example, these 3 back pockets, you don't have them in your tree suit because when you swim, it's gonna all be filled with water, so they don't have any pockets in the back. But these pockets you need in cycling only if you only cycling, because you put your foods, bars, gels, phone, or anything on the back of your pocket. But in 3 suites, you don't have them. And this 3 suite, you see here, in real life, it's like this high. So when you try to wear it, you cannot wear it alone. Somebody needs to help you because the zipper is on the back and you need to take it on the back side. Somebody needs to help you. But it's, yeah, it's maybe 90% lycra. So it's just extend really much.
My one don't have any zip.
Because it's the woman type.
Yeah.
The woman type has,
That's why it is more comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the eyes of many people whose zips were open.
open. Yeah. Sometimes you open them just to have an air. Yeah.
And to relax a little bit.
It's a bit dirty sport because
Yeah.
like you get out of the water with salty water on you, then you it's-
it was
white. Yeah,
it was
salt
like from the salt.
and sweat and everything. So it's a
You
bit of
also do
dirty.
in winter?
In winter, you don't do any triathlon because you cannot get into the water. So they make some races called duathlon, where you run and then bike and then run again. So it's called duathlon. And so we switch to that one in winter time or just running itself only.
Mostly we are running.
Yeah.
Can you show us the design of this shirt? You
Three
don't have
suites.
it anywhere else.
I don't have it.
I mean, like picture.
I have other pictures.
And it is
I turned a little bit 1 kilometer early in the last session, and I didn't recognize that I got for the first time in my life.
This is the bigger picture if you want to see. Yeah. So this is the World Triathlon logo that you need to have on every 3 suites if you're gonna race up road. And you need to have your surname with you. Actually, you need to have the nationality underneath, but we didn't want to put the nationality because we cannot. If you're gonna put Turkey, TUR, there will be a problem when we race in South Cyprus. If you're gonna put Cyprus, we cannot race in the Turkey. So it's a little bit complicated issue, as you may know. So we just leave the nationality blank, and we have the sponsors. They just do it like this in Cyprus. So they just put temporary thing where you wanna race. So, and we have the RS logo, and these are the jerseys.
those shoes. They're probably you said that you need to order them from somewhere, right?
Yeah, they are from Turkey. Yeah.
So
How we make the sizing?
the designs. I forgot how I formulated this question.
Okay. Actually, this designing process, we talk over the phone first from this company in Turkey, and I visualized something by taking a picture of their jersey, and in Photoshop, I just told them, okay, we need to do like this. I want this, and this is my first color. This is my first green. This is my first yellow, and this is my second green. Where
They don't have like universal, I don't know, file which you just put stuff like when you design the shirts or something.
actually in North Cyprus, all companies work with Corel Draw, not Photoshop. So just to design my jerseys, I learned how to use Corel. I cannot do anything in Corel. I just can draw shirts and jerseys in Corel, just for this issue. For this one, I just make some sketch drawings in Corel, send them as a PNG in PNG format, and then they make in their format and send back to us. And we made one prop design. They send it to us from Turkey, we have a look at it. We said, okay, just a little bit more green or more yellow or these placements, different placements, and then we order. It's a risky business. It's risky, but
It's so strange. Not very nowadays.
yeah.
He has another ability that he applied to shoes. Please show it to our
Actually,
Design shoes?
not design shoes, but painting them.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's playing with shoes by painting them.
yeah.
Show
Maybe
it.
because it's not on my Instagram right now. Maybe after the
Okay.
we show it.
You can actually do a search on
Okay.
Instagram or YouTube.
I don't know. I will try.
Yani kişisel şeyden çok bulaşmayla mı?
Evet, bu giriyorum direkt.
Ekrandan başla.
And this is some of the stuff that I
He's painting the shoes.
paint and stuff. It's just a hobby. Just during this lockdown, I just started to paint some shoes at home. So I just try to just put them all in one place, just for fun. So nothing like a business. Just
He's enjoying.
enjoying it. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Do we have another question? No? Okay.
Thank you.
We would like to thank you. Thank you very much
Thank you.
that you have spent your time with us. We have many good, nice photos.
Thank you.
Teşekkür ederiz.
Do you remember how you discovered the world around you? Can you hear the beat of life? Can you hear it by seeing it and feeling with all your senses? Hey, can you still hear it? There's something in you, driving you, calling you. Calling you in closer and closer. It's happening right now. Time to free your curiosity that's always in you. Now it's time to act. This is an act of discovery. It requires looking to the world in new ways. Much to answer for, but we're not offering you the answers. We are here to encourage your questions, but more important than the question is how you answer it. Try the ordinary, then try the unusual. To live is learn, and to learn is to live. Live, learn. It's an endless process. This is your path. This is your journey. You decide how it's going to be. Just enjoy every moment of it. We believe in design, keeping it simple but also significant. We believe in art for looking at the world with a unique perspective. We believe in creativity for communicating better with the world. Creativity takes courage. The future belongs to the curious. Come and experience